Logan, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the World Report. I am your World 2IC, and here we are. Happy New Year's Eve. We made it. Well, so far we've made it. But this one's going to be the special video. So everybody seems to do it, and it's one of those ones that I can jump on the bandwagon to, just because it's for fun. But we're going to do our predictions for 2024. Now, in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 kind of serious ones that I really think that will happen, that will make an impact, will affect your life in some manner or fashion. And then I'm going to do 5 kind of fun ones that, it doesn't matter if they happen or don't happen, no one cares, but we're just going to do 5 on one and 5 on the other. And then we'll make a tradition that every New Year's Eve we'll come back, we will revisit, we'll see what I got right and what I got wrong. So, yeah, let's just jump straight into it and see what happens. All right, so here we go. Number 1 is going to be, and let me move over because I'm gonna put a little thing up here so that way you can follow along. Number 1, I'm going to predict that the national average for gasoline will hit above $5 a gallon. Now, will it stay there? If it hits 5, there's a very good chance that it will either hit 5 for days and then drop, or it'll hit 5 and then that'll kind of become a new bottom for it. Either way, in order for me to be right, is the national average needs to be 5.00 in order for me to check this one off for next year. So, number 1. Number 2, I predict that there is going to be a return of a pandemic. Now, I'm going to give myself a little bit of an out on this one, because it's either going to be a pandemic of an illness, kind of like what we saw in 19/20, or it's going to be in the manner of like a cyber pandemic. So I'm kind of giving myself a little bit of a chance on this one to see if I can become right. We'll see. If either one happens, it will definitely affect both of our lives, hoping that they don't, but okay, number 2. So number 3, I want to kind of piggyback on this one. Number 3, I'm going to predict that there is going to be a major cyber attack that will happen inside the United States. I think it will end up being, and this is where I'm going to start going out on a limb, it's going to be some sort of critical infrastructure. So it's either going to be the internet or the power grid, something along those lines. It will probably start out regional, where it'll affect an area here, cascade into an area over there, and become a pretty nationwide event. So, fingers crossed I'm wrong. I really hope that I really hope I'm wrong on a lot of these, to be honest with you. But okay, moving on. Number 4, the current person in the White House, Mr. Joe, will not be president after the November votes. It's either going to be, won't even be on the ballot in the first place, or he will actually lose. I think that there will be an election. I hear people all the time that says that they're not going to be one. I don't see it yet. It's a possibility that something happens. The only thing with that I tend to shy away is, if that takes place, that's massive, and that's a change that we won't come back from. So I don't see a suspension or a cancellation of it. I think it'll take place. Now, it may be very altered. It may coincide with the number 2 that I picked, to where there will be something that happens and they're going to have to do some sort of like specialized elections or whatnot. But I think it'll happen. But there you go. So let me round out number 5. So number 5, there is a major event inside of the United States that happens that will majorly affect the stock markets. So I predict that there's going to be a huge correction. I think that you're going to see a massive downswing across most sectors, and you will see billions, if not more, lost in probably 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72, but probably within a day or two, you will see something happen and it will just tank. Not like going to zero, not like completely crashing and it never ever comes back, or the stock market doesn't exist. But uh, yeah, we will see. All right, let's move on to the fun ones. And actually, you know what? Since these are the fun ones, that's the serious side. Let me move over here, and this will be the fun side. All right, so some of you know this. I went ahead and I made this prediction in a live stream, but I predict for the college football, I will say that the Michigan Wolverines will win and become the college football champions in their game in 2024. That one will be the real quick one to see if I'm right or wrong, because they play Monday afternoon or evening. So I'll find out very quickly on how well my list is going. So number two, for the Super Bowl. Now this one should be fun. I haven't watched a national or a professional football game in years. I think the last time that I was actually a professional football fan, Dan Marino was still quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. So that doesn't tell you anything. Um, I'm going to predict that in the next Super Bowl, you will see San Francisco versus Miami, and San Francisco will win. So again, another one that we will see if I'm right or wrong really quick. Um, so there we go. Next, this one's going to be a fun one. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of you guys to laugh on this. The way that trends work is a lot of them start from something in the old days. So bell bottoms were popular one time, they go out of fashion, and then all of a sudden they come back. And then high top sneakers, or whatever, it pops up, becomes a thing, goes down, and then all of a sudden a generation or maybe two generations, all of a sudden they're like, hey, that's really cool, and then it comes and then it goes back down. I don't know if you guys remember, but those concrete geese and those various garden gnomes, I predict that they're going to become a new fashion trend. You're going to see those pop up everywhere next year. That one I don't care if I'm right or wrong, but there we go. That's my number three. Or number 8, if we want to go down through 10. This one. All right, here we go. So we all know, for number 9 or number 4, however you want to put it, Elon Musk bought Twitter, thus turning it into X. My prediction for 2024 is he is in the buying mood, and he will buy one of two companies, and that is either going to be Facebook or TikTok. I'm leaning towards TikTok, but I'm leaving the door open for both to try and give me a chance if that'll happen. But we'll see. We'll see. And then to round it out, so number 5 or 10, however you're doing this list, in my Deadpool, no, not the movie. I'm a huge Deadpool fan, but we're not talking about that. Even though Deadpool 3 does come out next year, I'm super excited about the actual Deadpool. So, what famous people do I predict will kick the bucket for 2024? Now, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be morbid or bad humor or anything along those lines. But here we go. So I'm going to pick 3 people. First, I'm predicting O.J. Simpson. Second, I predict it's going to be Warren Buffett. Third is going to be a few top Russian generals mysteriously jumping out of a window. No, scratch that one. The last one on the list is, I think it'll be Charlie Sheen. So there's my three. And again, it's not trying to be morbid or saying it's good or bad or I don't like those people or anything like that. Uh, we're just playing along with the bucket list of it. I wish no ill will on any of them. I wish them all full happy lives and all that. Just disclaimer on it. But there you go. There's my 5 serious and 5 fun ones. Play along if you want. If you think I'm right or wrong on some, drop it down in the comments. If you have your own prediction, drop them down in the comments. And, list fun ones, list serious ones, list whatever it is. And we can all go through. Maybe we can do a vote, read down through the comments on everybody else's. If you like something, then, give them a little heart, thumbs up, whatever. And maybe we can see what we all agree on or disagree on. So. All right, there you have it. I made the video. There's my predictions. 2024, straight from rural to IC from the Rural Report. So stay tuned. More information to come. Please have a safe night on whatever you're planning with you alone, you and your family, you and your friends, however you're going to celebrate. Stay safe, stay situationally aware, keep your head on a swivel. Above everything else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping into this together.